no soul intact. I can't fight this pull and no going back. But I like this though, letting go in fact. Kinda like this slow from these soulless acts. When the ice gets cold, ain't no soul intact. I can't fight this pull and no going back. But I like this though, letting go in fact.
What's going on, DSG? It's your boy Darrnell Bradley back at y'all another video. Today we got one cooler pulled up to Earth and realized Goku is one of one. We over here on Codenamesuper. We gonna see what's going on. This movie was so dope. I loved the background music for the Dragon Ball Z movies was killer, bro. It was killer. I think they did that same thing with this movie, man. We gonna see what man's got on it. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that social media. We knew that ain't further ado. 3, 2, 1, click.
Oh nah, I want you to take
said,
a
oh
good
nah
look
this
at
time.
Like, look at the scenery. They got my boy Krillin sorry laid out, and they up there swinging, going by the tail. And the worst part is, before all this happened, they was real life out camping, making their own food and shit. My boy Krillin was
Just
chefing
having a
up the
good
food,
time.
and look, this man is over here having himself a plate.
But they really just like recreationally do shit in their like fighting gear, which I find very strange, but okay.
About some damn this shit good, and goes right back to eating. And hold up, bro, that's not even a plate. He's eating out of the whole pot, making sure no one else could get a portion. He is an elite piece of shit. Meanwhile, we got Hulk's slow cousin just swinging, going around, then using bro like he a paddle ball. And that boy Goku thought he was a superhero. Look at this. Hey, stop right there. Ass pull up. They toss the food and go on away. And look at this man Goku's face. He is mad as shit right now, and I don't really think it's because of the fact that they threw going away. I'm 99% sure it's because he threw his eats away. Like, we've seen.
You know what? I think right. Oh man, he right. We seen Gohan take a beating and Goku still be like, yeah, you got it, or whatever the hell. That homie was mad because that pop went flying and Goku was ready to eat. Boy, you know he don't play with his food.
Gohan get his ass beat before, and Goku just stood there smiling. But what we haven't seen is some villain tossing away his food. That has never happened. And you know how much Goku loves to eat. This one struck him a little different. So after like 15 seconds of mean mugging them, he like, who the fuck are y'all? Y'all haven't heard about us? We're Cooler's Armored Squadron. Who? Yeah, nah, bro. They really said that with so much pride, but didn't realize they had no motion. They're not like the Ginyu Force. They're more like Vegeta, the motionless prince who buys likes. We caught that shit the other day. They hit their own pose too, and that shit is a complete ripoff. This man down here think he's Spider-Man. He should just be in the league, and bro over here is just like
2024 music.
But anyways, Goku hit them with the never heard of you, and he had no time for the shenanigans. Just peep the fighting stance. This shit unreleased. We never seen him do this before. They all run at him one by one like it's a Bruce Lee movie. And peep the movement. He ducks under the first one, lets his ass fly by, and makes him think about how trashy he is on his way out. Next is the bootleg Hulk with the helmet on. You know he wears that shit in the house. Certified dumbass gets used as a parkour obstacle.
You know he wear that shit in the house. Certified dumbass. Yo, that's critical. That's critical.
Goku locks eyes with whatever that thing is supposed to be, and easily flips over his kick. Yeah, and those were just the first pair of hands thrown in this movie. You knew this shit was gonna be a classic. But they got cooked so bad they had to call a timeout. They huddled and talked it over and came up with a new game plan. They like, hey,
get your ass whooped.
He think he nice. He's not like that. We just gotta jump the confidence out of him. They all run at him simultaneously this time. And I know you just see him standing there looking at nothing, posing. That's how you know shit isn't gonna work. There's no fear, not a single quake in his boot. And they couldn't hit him. Straight blocks. Whole squad got denied. Call it a bad 3-man. And he's just staring off into the distance, not giving any of them a shred of eye contact. And now they're all a part of one of the hardest.
It's like you are all dog water, fecal matter, straight poop, ass. What is this? That's what Goku got. He got his saying turned on right now. Garbage.
Flicks of Goku. You know he put it up on his IG. Goku's just like, get off me, setting them all out the frame. And then the cameraman switches angles to Gohan and Krillin. And look at Krillin. Bro, your ass is not knocked out. There's no way you have this type of face when you get put to sleep. Sitting there gritting his teeth.
So bad.
Yeah, he just not trying to fight for real. That shit is fake. But the cameraman cuts back to Goku reverse jumping these people. And they set up a triangle offense like this to 96 Bulls, and Goku came in with the tactics. He heard y'all clowning him, calling him stupid, especially Frieza on IG.
If you could read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga.
He shows off the IQ though, sends a blast in each direction, making sure everybody stays in place momentarily. But maybe Frieza was right to call him out, because he goes after the one who clearly has the most HP. and tried one-shotting him like he did Raccoon. But bro cost 9 elixir. That wasn't happening. He gets him in a grab animation.
That
And
nigga
the
said, I am not Raccoon. I don't know what the fuck you thought this was.
top being in existence was getting ready to hit Goku with a crazy sneak. But Goku's spider sense goes off, making him ready for it. And makes him kick the remaining 2 brain cells out of his own teammate. And this makes them 0 for 3 in trying to jump him, and 0 for 1 in attempting to sneak him. We'll make that shit 0 for 2 because my boy in the back said I'm gonna get us a point on the board. But y'all are down 50 for a reason. Goku's squad is elite garbage. This man had a wide open layup and still managed to brick. Goku had his back turned and everything. But the second he fired, beyond that, reaction time is too quick for him. But after catching it, he throws it up to this thing, and I'm just thinking this man got his head blown off. But of course,
back out.
he has a retractable head. Like, bro,
of course.
What even are you? Every second you're on the screen, he's starting to make me a little more mad. I can't lie. They all go down and line up again.
There's prejudice. There's prejudice against his species, whatever.
And this is where Cooler makes his entrance. And that shit was clean. Cooler steps in and the cameraman just started snapping, getting that clean zoom in effect. He in his prime. And I'm not gonna lie, that
we need
boy
that
Goku
Cooler
looked
new
like
animation
a
though.
Ghost. I don't know who's more shook, him seeing Cooler or Frieza seeing Trunks go Super Saiyan. Actually, never mind. I thought about it for a second. It was Frieza.
Yeah.
That boy was stepping back, talking
He
about
didn't know what he was doing.
It's those eyes.
Tight shit.
Nah, homie had a whole PTSD trip when he saw Trunks go Super Saiyan. He said, oh, hell no, not again. Don't do that.
Didn't stand a chance. But in this next part, Goku gets his shit.
Remember, he wanted to go blow up Earth
is
just
flying
so
through the
that
air, talking
they
about
wouldn't, so that Goku could see that shit later.
I'm watching this shit like, what do you mean you're coming to help? You're Gohan. Who are you beating in this lineup? Nobody. And
could
Cooler's
probably
just
take on
looking
some of
up
the
in the
smaller
air,
guys.
staring at him like,
Who the fuck is this?
then attempts to clip his wings. And Goku's been hearing about all the bad father allegations, decided to end it right here. Jumps in front of the beam and protects his son, leaving bro on 1 HP. And he's just like, nah, I can't go out like this. And Goku turns into Pascal Siakam. He hits a
Spin move. I said spin move.
into a fadeaway key blast, and his aim was really on target. But unfortunately, that shit was weak as hell. So Cooler just smacks it away, and Goku falls in the water, making them lose track of him. A few minutes later, Goku and Gohan finally come out the water, and it is clear as day that Brody needed a med kit. And this is where Gohan woke up. He remembers he's not Yamcha, decides to be useful, and goes on a journey to get his father some sensu beans. But on his way back, I cannot lie, he gets straight up bullied. They shot down Icarus and Gohan tried to stop him from falling. But Cooler's squad had other plans for him. They kicked the shit out of
That's the thing, bro. You got it. You just smacking things that ain't got no business being on the battlefield. It ain't trying to fight you. It's just trying to get to where it's going. I'ma snipe that nigga. Like, come on now.
Gohan, causing him to let go of Icarus, and he takes fall damage. GG. Gohan is caught off guard, and look at how this man tries to sneak him. You do not need a windup like that for a 5-year-old.
He wanted to put that boy
Away.
away.
Gohan weaves, gets hit with the back fist, and this buff Namekian kicks him so hard that he starts wrapping around his leg, having him create the letter O. He looking like Kevin Gates at that one concert. He lobs him up to Jace's cousin, and Gohan is just getting folded. Went from an O to a U, and this man is straight up ecstatic to beat up an 8-year-old. After getting hit down, he gets yanked out the air, and he just stands there palming him. And yeah, you know this is a top tier Dragon Ball movie when there's a Piccolo pull-up. He fires a key blast at him, turns around like, who the fuck just did that? And
It's like Piccolo can sense that shit. Hold on. Is these niggas for real hitting my son? Like y'all got me up out here.
pull up. He fires a key blast at him, turns around like, who the fuck just did that? And he just standing there like, it was me. My man's had one of the hardest pull-ups of all time, and it wasn't those one and done shits where he gets one clean hit in and doesn't do shit for the rest of the movie. Nah, he was out there moving. It starts off with Piccolo standing.
I
with
love it
his
when
arms
Piccolo gets it because like I say Piccolo's the barrier in between when it comes to like the humans and the Saiyans, and where like Piccolo stand right there in the middle but on the upper side. You know what I'm saying? Like he can get work done. He just maybe not against like the main bad guy.
folded, waiting for somebody to try it. And Piccolo's cousin follows his special graph, fuck around
Piccolo's
and find
cousin.
out, tries attacking him, but finds that he only put a hole through the cake. Then Piccolo teleports right above him and elbows him in the head, leaving a whole ass dent in his helmet. Yeah, real soon he better be doing nothing but barking. He gonna take his helmet off and look like this.
No!
But his friend comes in and gets absolutely no licks. All that aggression to get blocked, weave, and blocked again. Yeah, absolutely no get back to see here. He sees his friend get cooked and chases after going. He said, fuck that, I'm going in the easier lobbies. Not gonna lie, this is just showing how sorry the squad is. I haven't seen them beat anybody over 4 feet tall. Straight feasting on Gohan, Krillin, and Kai Cenat. He chases him and Piccolo just like, nah, stops his fight to fire at bro. And this dumbass living organism goes in front of his blast just to flex that he got a retractable head. My guy, you were literally out the way. And bro pops up talking about some miss me. Bro, he wasn't going for you. He was going for his family member who gets his shit boom. This leaves his squad in pain, so he uses his strongest attack to hold him in place. And somebody got to give that boy Piccolo an Oscar because he was faking it crazy. Sold it so well that he started to talk shit and Piccolo was sitting there plotting. Hits him with the devious grin, palms his face and puts the attack on him, turning him into a crispy treat. And after all that, he turns his attention to Jace's brother. He played him and starts piecing him up.
Jace, yeah, you know what? I remember, I actually wondered that if him and Jace were related and wonder if there was ever going to be any elaboration on it. Apparently, their characters just didn't matter that much.
And guess what he does in response? I'll give you a hint. It's what anyone would do against a 7'5" green man. Ran. Bro just
tried to book it. I ain't seen this movie in a minute, man. This making me want to watch it again for real.
He's not even trying to catch him. He's just trying to show that he's faster than him. Basically hit bro with the Jackson Storm. Told him it's over and passes him. But he said I'm not going to get done like McQueen, so he sends a blast to him. And bro over here is really
that's what I'm talking about. Piccolo put work in, bro. Like, it wasn't even no joke. Like, quit playing. That's why I think they freaking, they hold Piccolo in
like he's won the fight for sure.
The Tournament of Power, like little pre-tournament.
To come out the woodworks unscathed, not even a speck of dirt on his
They played man soul,
he could return that shit to the store if he wanted to. He goes on the branch and pulls out the pre-alpha Keyblade. And years later, this would prove to be a lethal attack.
Well, it depends on who's wielding it.
It's trash. Look at this finishing cutscene ass animation. Did all that just to put a hole through his shirt. No blood or anything.
Garbage.
Just a tear. And wow, he really showed me. Here I was talking about how he could return the fit. I guess he can't anymore. Good job. He attacks Piccolo again and he catches it. Then gets kicked in the sky where they stand off again. And this is where it happens.
They make them noises just to put fear in the opponent's heart.
Yeah, like I said, it's just the main one that he gonna have his problem with. He got everybody else. Piccolo handled that. All right, quit playing with Piccolo on that. He know what he doing. He got the go for him now, or whatever the hell that is. You know what I'm saying? With Beast, Gohan, they did their thing. You know what I'm saying? You can't count my man's out. It's just that one guy, the one that's the big one, the one in charge. Everybody else he handled. You know what I'm saying? But the big one, you might get to call your Goku's, Vegetas, and them shits. But yeah, don't count my man's out though. He make him feel something. He punch him in the face, they gonna feel it.
All that breathing shit, they want you to think they punching so fast, like Bruce Lee. That ain't nothing. That's a nigga making that noise with his mouth, and if you fall for it, that's you. I'ma eat it.
But yeah, that's the end of Piccolo for today. He's done. He got forcibly clocked out. But now it's time for the main event, Goku versus Cooler. So Cooler's just holding up Piccolo like, is this your man's? And Goku's just like, hey now, you better drop him. And that is the worst thing he could have said.
From a high point. Everybody make that mistake, bro. When somebody's holding somebody from a high point, they're like, drop him.
Is he gonna miss this catch like he did on Namek? But nah, it was worse. While he was in mid-air, within catching distance, he boomed. No! And not once, nah, 3 times. Had my boy Piccolo looking crazy, and the cameraman cuts to Cooler, and he was just like, damn, I didn't even mean to do all that for real. But he had to lock in, save face. He's a
I didn't mean to do all that
the
for
devious
real.
grin. And here comes his shitty
never
ass
mind.
minion.
Yes, I did.
Bro wanted
Yes,
to
I
be
did.
involved so bad. Hits him with the right hook and gets completely ignored. And I'm not
Bro,
gonna
you are
lie,
not-
I think I'd rather get blown up 3 times.
If I was that Jace looking ass motherfucker, I'd have quit it, bro. Because you couldn't beat that nigga before. He was cooking you and your mans. And at the end of the day, you couldn't beat Piccolo. So I'm like, what are you really doing there? You are not a part of this fight. They are obviously very much apparently in front of what you're doing. They up there, you down there. You just need to stop with the movement. You need to stop with the fighting because you are ass. You are garbage. You are trash. Nobody wants anything to do with you. Goku ain't even looking you in the eye. You just punched him in the face. You a bitch. That's really all it is at that point. You know what I'm saying? I would feel very, very demoralized in this situation, and I would have stopped trying a long time ago.
Times than have this type of disrespect. Not even looking his direction. Shit's crazy. He getting treated like Mr. Satan. And the crazy part is, if someone had to choose to be a character in the Z universe, Mr. Satan or you, they're still choosing Mr. Satan. That's how you know you're at the bottom of the barrel. You might be beyond trash. But anyways, let's get shit started. He powers up and Cooler's sitting there like, pull up then. And Goku's like, alright, bet, and charges at him. Got his eyes blinked out. His ass was not ready for all that.
Oh shit, hold on, this nigga squabble.
And he's just,
okay, all right, so you don't wanna be my brother. Okay. He had to let Cooler know, like, I am the one that be, you know what I'm saying?
it's like, hey, your order not finished. Gives him a side of punches. And he is just piecing him up. Look at the anger. This is the shit Itachi was trying to instill in Sasuke. But instead he went to the man that bit his neck. I just know he fell to his knees when he heard about that. But back to the fight. So after all those punches, he kicks him away. And he didn't let bro rest for a second. He said, I'm not done. Goes in for seconds. Flies right at him and gets his punch catch. And he's just like,
Whoa, brother, whoa. Now, you got too much
dip on your chip.
and sends him for a swim. And if you know Dragon Ball for real, Goku does not do well underwater. That shit makes his overall drop by 20 points.
It's like homie ate a whole devil fruit.
0 for 4, missing all of his attacks. And back out there, he was damn near connecting on everything. But after going 0 for 4, Cooler gets confident. Even hit a smirk just to move his arm out the way and try hitting him with his tail. Yeah, that move was so garbage that he was just like, hold on, bro. Let me hit you with something different. Hits Goku with the Ki blast, but he throws it away. And right here is where Goku figured it all out. Got used to being underwater. Goes at him and hits him with the left hook, leaving a dent in bro's head. Then he gut checks him and has his eyes rolled up. He looking crazy. And if I was him, I'd make sure no one could get their hands on this photo. This is legacy ending. He finishes the combo off by grabbing his tail, spinning him around, and chucking him out the ocean. And in my head, I'm
Dragon
watching,
throw.
like, damn, Goku's really cooking him, not using Kaioken or Super Saiyan at all. And Cooler over there is in his third form. He should low-key be washing Goku, cause Frieza in his third form was giving Goku the work. Made him whip out the old reliable spirit bomb to try to handle him, and that shit still didn't work. Meanwhile, his brother over here is hitting a grand total of 0 hits, posing no
Well, you
threat.
gotta remember, by this time, base Goku was a lot stronger than what base Goku was when he fought Frieza. But yeah, I got you.
He knew he couldn't go out like that, so we revealed
Maybe not a
his
lot
fourth
stronger, but still stronger.
form. And this is when I really knew Toriyama knew ball. Alongside this clean-ass design, he gives him that Optimus Prime emote. And it's exactly how Optimus Prime would do it.
And then Frieza came out and said, "Go." You know what? Honestly, I think the way that Cooler got designed, his fourth transformation, obviously, you know, it's not canon, things like that, and versus Gold Free, I feel like, you know what? They got tired of designs. There's like, we got tired of drawing different shit. We just gonna draw the same nigga, just color him in different, bruh. We ain't got time for all this bullshit. They're on horns and all sexes. Just color that nigga different.
2 says a one-liner and puts the mask on. And even though it was cold, I could only fear for what's gonna happen to Goku. Cooler goes at him with his arm out, and Goku's just like, hell no. Dips out of there and teleports very far away. He thinks he's in the clear for a good second, and then out of nowhere, Cooler comes from his right and puts a knee to his gut, flying across the map and slamming him into the wall, making the front of his stomach touch his spine. Yeah, real soon he's gonna start moving like the inflatables at the car dealership. After that, he gets
wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man. Y'all remember?
down there, sending him into the water. Then he's just looking down like,
Ooh, I'm about to dive in.
goes down into the water with him and hits him right in the gut. Yeah, these attacks are brutal, and it's hard to watch.
You know, and the thing about this,
With him
right
and
here,
hits him right in the gut.
like Goku looking like that for a second before he goes, ah! You know what I'm saying? That's that. He hit him with that stub your toe type of pain. You know what I'm saying? You know, because you felt the impact, you felt the pressure of what happened, and you know that for whatever reason, God decided you're not going to feel the pain now. You're going to feel it 3 seconds from now. Just to fuck with people. But all right, let's go.
Yeah, these attacks are brutal, and it's hard to watch Goku getting cooked like that, but bruh, you don't know you have a whole nother form that you're not using. And I'm just sitting there wondering why. You gotta fight back. Goku pulls up behind him and just...
by this time, even though like I said, the way that the timeline for the movie is set up is a little strange because it's not canon. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really try to fit it in there. But it's obviously supposed to be set between some time that Goku fought Frieza and originally fought Frieza, and judging if you try to do it timeline wise with the actual Dragon Ball shit, then this would have to fall after Trunks, after Frieza and Trunks. Like this would have to come in after that. But Goku had already depicted in that he could do transformation at will. So that's why I'm getting at this as far as, say, this Dragon Ball universe specifically to this movie. This has to be after Frieza, but like I would say Goku skipped Yardrat. Like, say Yardrat didn't happen and he got there and he's still working through Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? It's not something he could do at will yet. It's still emotionally triggered. So that's kind of where I put this at in its own universe. You know what I mean?
Stands there. He got his hair up, pump faking the audience into thinking he's gonna go Super Saiyan, but it's just Kaioken. Disappears out of pure speed, and the prime cameraman is just showing us every angle until it stops, and he just hits Goku out of thin air, looking cold while doing it. That shit had Goku so discombobulated. You're not him. A fadeaway dab, and just look at Cooler standing there just flexing. Goku flies away, comes back, and he's still there just holding it.
I don't give a fuck what nobody think. I'm him.
Goku couldn't get disrespected like this, so he tries hitting him, and he disappears. And while Goku's hitting the Darrnell, Cooler comes back and elbows him just so he could get the solo flick off.
It's like just so he could stand back in that same exact pose. Bruh, I'm sorry. You gotta be feeling the type of way after some shit like that. Hit you, disappear, came back just so he could hit you again and keep the same exact pose.
After all that, we call Goku fleeing the scene.
Asking me if I'm freezing. Nah, I'm cooler. Not cooler than freeze because that's stupid. Oh my god.
This thing's up and left. Told him you got it. McCooler's just one of those. Pulls up behind him and says, I know I got it. Spikes him to the ground and has him
wait, you gotta
sliding.
understand. It's not even that he just pulled up behind him
and says, I know.
He decided to become the wall that this nigga Goku flew into at Kaioken speed, bro. Like, how is the back of your neck for real? Like, that could not have felt good.
Oh, I got it. Spikes him to the ground and has him sliding. Yeah, he wasn't gonna let him walk away and be the bigger person. And the shit this man does next gotta be nightmare fuel. He flies through the water like this Iron Man scene and uses all that momentum to gut check Goku. And that boy Cooler takes user surroundings way too seriously. He hits him with that heavy grab animation, slams him to the wall, drags him up, and slams him back down into the ground. And while I'm watching all this happening, I'm just wondering.
It's like you feel it in your gut, bro. You like, you want to hold it. Like, oh my god, like all my lunch, everything I ate would have been gone right there. Damn, like you be seeing some of these motherfuckers take them gut shots. You know, the ones that boom and then the silhouette come out their back. Like, nigga, how was your lunch still in your stomach, bro? All of that would have been up. Like, what?
Wondering where Vegeta at. I thought he would have pulled up by now, had one of those entrances, but nah. His ass did not leave the house today. He ducking. Cooler puts Goku further into the ground, creating an unnatural disaster. Splitting the sea like Moses. Man's used his body to recreate a biblical event. After that, Goku rises out the ground, whipped out old reliable, and the beam was looking majestic. I thought it would have him
Cooler
running
fly
or at
through
least
that
do
shit.
some damage.
Hit him with that
No,
Broly.
he just stands there and flies right through it. Goku sees that and he's just like, oh nah, knowing that he's cooked. And Cooler comes out with the devious three-piece. Pops out the beam to punch him out the frame. And he got my boy Goku looking like he want to sub out. Watching this made me hit the Arthur, cause why ain't he go blind?
Didn't it, bro? Remember when Broly walked through it? You gotta understand, like, you know, that's old reliable. Kamehameha, you know what I'm saying? When he sees somebody walk through that bitch, it's gotta just be like, god damn. So you one of these, nigga. God damn it. I ain't got the time to be sitting here working on no damn spare bomb. I ain't got nobody to hold you off.
On yet. He gets his shit kneed and elbowed into the wall. And as if that shit wasn't enough, he slams his body not once, but twice. And it's here that I figured out.
But y'all gotta understand also, like,
That shit
Goku
wasn't
fighting,
enough.
he fighting
slams
a
his
big
body
ass
not once,
nigga,
but
bruh.
twice.
Like, look at that freaking torso to foot ratio, my nigga. Like, god damn, bruh.
And it's here that I figured out why Goku didn't go Super Saiyan. He just wanted to be theatrical. Look at him falling dramatic as hell. And then he starts picking up the bird. But hey, pay attention now. This Android 16's favorite part. He starts to get up, starts transforming with the bird in hand. And then he raises his arm up and finishes the revive. And now he's up and about, flying again.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
And the bird goes up to him and he's just like, hey, good luck with that, my boy. And goes on about his day. But this is where we see Goku transform into a Super Saiyan. He gets Cooler with the meanest glare. Look at that shit. But I'm not gonna lie though, I thought I was gonna witness one of the greatest fights. Like, we saw Goku cooking Cooler in base form, and then we saw Cooler cooking Goku when he reached his fourth form. So naturally, I thought him going Super Saiyan would just make this shit even. But I literally couldn't be any more wrong. Cooler goes for an attack and Goku's just right behind him, grabbing his arm like he a misbehaving toddler. And this shit is really embarrassing.
50 time multiplier, nigga.
Like, on
50 time multiplier.
His ass did absolutely no damage. I started to feel bad for bro. Because anything cold he does is gonna be canceled out by this sorry ass ending. Goku tells him to give it up, and he starts walking back in fear. Goku's like, where you going? Goes up to him and drops him out the frame. Right here gotta be one of the most disrespectful things I've seen Goku do. He leaves him and stands there just so Cooler can take a step back and ponder on his actions. He just like, damn,
Think about what you did.
do I even gotta be a villain for real? This shit not even fun. I just blow up planets and then what?
And then
Go on to the next. Fuck it.
For
I'm
real.
ignorant. He uses the blast to make
I'm
Goku
ignorant.
lose track of him.
That's crazy.
And when he looks up, he sees that he's holding a big-ass supernova attack. And this is basically bringing a shovel for your own grave. Because Cooler throws the attack and Goku stands 10 toes, catches that shit, and you could probably guess what happens next. He throws it right back at him, blasts it away, and Cooler's just like, what? Impossible! And gets his ass taken off the map, and he goes into the sun. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you for 413K. We moving.
Yo, hey, facts was stated. We listen to facts over here. Yeah, that fight was pressure, bro. That really made me want to watch the movie again. I ain't seen that motherfucker in some years, bro. I might want to go and do a clean run through with some Dragon Ball movies, man. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. But yeah, it was a cold ass fight. It was a cold ass fight, man. Put respect on it. That's a take. Be sure to like. Be sure to subscribe. Follow me on all that there social media. And I catch y'all next one, fam. Peace.